Hi guys, this is ISAM 5338 offered by Professor Douglas Steele, and this is your TA Kashyap Kaite. Today we are going to look at assignment 1, and in assignment 1 we need to create a master page with a header, footer, sidebar that should be manipulated using CSS, style sheet, and we need to have an admin directory which contains an admin page, and it should be only accessed by the administrator. And obviously we need a login page for our users to log in, and would also creating a database in which we would be storing inventory. This could be any inventory. So let's start. And the first thing is open up your Visual Studio and go to file, new, and a website, not a project, it's a website. And select s.mc empty website, and we would be using C# as our code behind file, and let's name as assignment 1, and click on OK. The first thing we would be using in our website is a master page. So let's add a master page. Right click on the assignment 1 and go to add new item, and select the master page. Make sure it's Visual C# and click on add. Basically, web pages in every website have some content same like the header, the footer, and some of the content is different like the body. So instead of writing the same content again and again in every web page, we could place the content in the master page, and it would be automatically loaded on all other pages also. In the master page mainly contains of content placeholders. So in the web pages, the content placeholders allow us to specify if whether we want to display the content that is placed in the master page, or create custom content in the web pages. In our website we have a header, footer, sidebar, and a body. So we need 4 content placeholders, and we would be adding the content placeholders from the toolbox. So drag and drop 4 content placeholders in the body. We could rename them so that we could easily distinguish between them. Header, sidebar, body, and footer. Uh, in the header we would be, since it's an office supply store, we would be adding as an office supply store. You could use padding for this. You could align it as center. You could apply style, but we would be doing bare minimum here. So, and would be also adding a menu. It would be present in the navigation, and menu, drag and drop it here. And if you want the menu to work, we need to add a web.sitemap that would be here. So click on it and add it to our website. In the web.sitemap, this is our web.sitemap, and we have 2 layered sitemap node here. And this is our first layer, this is our second layer. We are going to leave the first layer as it is, and we are going to add the contents in the second layer. We have 3 web pages, so we need 3 sitemap nodes. Oops, 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 what's going on? Okay, the first web page we have is login.spx, The title could be anything. It is just used to display in the menu. The tilde sign that we are going to add here, even if we change our folder to a different directory, it would still work because we have added the tilde symbol. And normally the URL would be like c colon user something documents something. So instead of adding all that, we could simply use a tilde symbol here. And since we need to create accessories for the admin page, we are adding an admin directory to the admin page. So two admins here. Admin. Okay. You could also add a description if you wanted to. Okay, let's go to the design view, and we need to provide it a data source. Click on the smart tag of the ASP menu and choose a new data source, as we don't have any data source as of now. It's a sitemap data source, so select sitemap data source and click on OK. And as soon as you do that, it would disappear, because here in the first layer we have not added anything, and our contents are in the second layer. So for that one, there is an attribute called static display levels. It could be also dynamic display levels if you have used dynamic in the menu. So we would set it as, so the default would be 1. um, so whenever we give to the second layer, would also be displayed. So it has been displayed. And one more thing, we would make the orientation as horizontal orientation, horizontal. Okay, save it. I hope this has not exceeded 2 GB. Okay, save for now. Next thing, sidebar. Our sidebar is empty, so we will be placing a login status in our sidebar. You could place it wherever you wanted to, and we would leave the body empty. Copyright, just to make sure that it's footer. And after that, we would be adding a web page. Again, right click, add new item. Web form. Web pages are used using web form. And okay, first one, login.aspx. And if you wanted to use the contents on the master page, we need to specify it now by clicking here, and it would select the master page automatically, and click on add. In here the master pages would be showed. If we had multiple master pages, we could select any of them from here. We have only single master page, so select it, click on OK. And these content holders basically reference the content placeholders which we placed in the master page. And go to design. If we want them to display the content that is placed in the master page, just click on the smart tag and click on default to master's content. And yes, same here. Yes, the sidebar too, click on this. And in the body tag, we would be adding a login form. The login form would be in the login, and the login. And we would be adding here an attribute called destination page URL. What this will do is, as soon as you log in, it would send you to home.aspx. So save it. Now let's add our home page, the form, home.aspx. Select a master page, yes, add, okay. And we have to do the same process here also. And just to make sure that it's our home page, we'll add a text specifying that this is our home page. Save it, close it. And the last web page that we're going to add is admin.aspx, but since we have access tools for admin.aspx, we need to place it in another folder so that we could add the web.config file it. So right click new folder, let's name it as admin, right click, add new item, and web form, let's name it as admin.aspx alt master page. Yes, add. Okay. And we would be now adding the database in which we would be storing the inventory. To right click, add new item. We would be using an SQL Server database for this. Click on that and add. Yes, we want to place it in an add data folder. And the next thing, okay, if we want to manipulate the contents of the database, uh, we should do it in Server Explorer. If it was a Microsoft Visual Web Developer, it would have been Database Explorer instead of Server Explorer. If you can't find it here, it would be present in View Server Explorer. Go there. Okay, and we don't have any tables right now, so right click, add new table, and in the column name, since it's an inventory, we could give anything we want. These are just dummy values. And, and let's give it an end. Save it. The name of the table would be inventory. Click on OK. Okay, it has saved itself. Now, yes, if you want to add the data to it, right click on the table, click on show table data. These are the column names, and make sure that while entering the column names, you satisfy the data type. Product number, since it's a varchar, we could use numbers also. Okay, and after adding the data, save it, click on save, and then close it. Now if you want to display the data present in the table, we could do it in several ways, but I prefer uh, let's make it default to masters content first. Okay, there you go. Okay, there are many ways that you could display the data from the database, but generally I prefer the grid view, so let's use a grid view. Go to the design, click on the smart tag, and we need to select a data source. So we don't have a data source, so new data source, it's an SQL database that we are using, so SQL database. Okay, and the database name is database.mdf. Select there, click yes, connection string, and next. And inventory is a table that we want to display, and we need to display all columns, so this we need to select this one. We could use a custom SQL statement here, but we don't require it now, so let's use it next. And you can you want to contest the query here. After testing the query, just quick finish. Okay, the contents are displayed here, and